Now that we've seen how to insert components into an assembly, how do we locate them? SOLIDWORKS makes it pretty easy to move and rotate components anywhere within the assembly environment. To move a component, you can simply select it and click and drag it with the left mouse button, and where you release the mouse button in the graphics area is where the component will be moved to. You can zoom using the middle mouse wheel like in the part environment, and you can use the right mouse button to rotate. So you can click and drag the left mouse button to move. You can rotate the entire assembly by holding down the middle mouse button, and you can hold the right mouse button to rotate an individual component. Another way to move components is by using the Move Component tool. You can find the Move Components tool on the Assembly tab of the Command Manager. When I select it, the Move Component Property Manager appears. There are a couple options, but the option I'd like to show you here is the Standard Drag. To use the Standard Drag, you simply select a component, and with the left mouse button, click and drag. There are a couple additional options which can come in useful for design validation, such as collision detection and physical dynamics, but these are beyond the scope of this course. If you expand the Rotate drop-down, you have the option to rotate either about an entity using a coordinate system or free drag. With the free drag option selected, I can rotate the part simply by clicking on it with the left mouse button and rotating it in the graphics area. However, notice that when I try to move the bracket, a message appears telling me that the selected component is fixed and cannot be moved. Why is that? I can move the other two components, but I can't move or rotate the bracket component at all. If I hit Escape and look in the assembly tree, you can see there's a little F next to the bracket component. The letter F indicates that the component is fixed in space. By default, in SOLIDWORKS, the first component you insert into an assembly is fixed. This is done for a variety of reasons, but mainly because it provides a datum or a frame of reference to which you can mate other components to. Think of it like the chassis of a car. It's the one component that will remain stationary while the rest of the parts are added and built around it. If for any reason you decide later on that you need to move the bracket component, you can simply right-click it and select Float from the right-click menu. You can now see that the F is replaced by a minus sign, like the other two components, indicating that it's floating, underdefined, or free to move. Now, you can then move it in the graphics area. I'll hit Undo to move the bracket back to the origin, and right-click it to fix it again.